What if an easily accessible teacher and classroom-friendly opportunity existed for you and your students to participate in lively, creative, productive use of the internet, dialogues about assumptions, fears, hopes, and regrets, entertaining, theatrical, and mediated performances reflecting real-life challenges and dilemmas? I'd like to tell you about FACE, a new kind of play taking place on wireless mobile devices online and through live dramatic performances at locations in your area that are already frequented by teenagers. FACE follows the intersecting story of 8 characters over the course of their high school years. FACE is modular, it is interactive, it's imaginative, it's familiar, responsive, supportive. FACE is artistic, and it's designed to speak to teenagers. Like any theatrical play, FACE occurs through scripted language and live action in a progression of scenes over the course of a narrative arc. It's exciting, immediate, social, literary, challenging, and risky, as only live theater can be. Like a TV series, FACE is extended, episodic, seasonal, and it's fun to follow with intertwining storylines and characters that audiences come to know and care about. FACE makes use of cell phone and internet technologies like texting, Twitter, Facebook, Blogger, and YouTube. It also incorporates video and photography, music, acting, movement, and dance. FACE invites dialogue about complicated feelings and dilemmas, and while it's never pandering or frivolously provocative, we don't shy away from realistic depictions of teenagers' experiences. Teens who already use wireless technology and social networks to communicate are going to understand and respond to our use of their usual platforms. They will log in to follow the characters' lives and respond to prompts for discussion. They'll be invited to attend exciting live performances that further the online action, raising crucial real-life questions, such as, what would I do in the same situation? How might this have had a better outcome? In what ways do my actions impact others? And am I being the kind of person I want to be? For the next few minutes, I'll talk a little bit about why teenagers need help more than ever today in becoming effective communicators, compassionate and responsive community members, and strong, healthy adults. I'll briefly explain how teens use the internet, what some of the effects of internet use can be, and why media literacy is a crucial component of a young person's education. I'll touch on why, in this age of American Idol and Glee, theater and performance are uniquely engrossing, immediate, and powerful as tools for engaging teens' imaginations, their creative and critical thinking capacities, and their emotional intelligence. And I'll tell you more about FACE, how it works, what your students get out of participation, and so on. I'll try to answer a few basic questions you might have. Okay, 1 in 13 people on the planet now use Facebook. According to Digital Buzz, close to half of these users, that's 250 million of us, are under the age of 34. 75% of American teens are among these. The Society for Research on Adolescence points out that, quote, having an active Facebook social life is as much of a necessity for adolescents as having an in vivo social life. Larry Rosen is a professor of psychology at California State University, and in a recent presentation for the American Psychological Association called Poke Me, How Social Networks Can Both Help and Harm Our Kids, Rosen revealed some results of his study of over 1,000 teenagers. For the teens who most frequently log on to their Facebook accounts, he found a correlation with the development of narcissism, the presence of other psychological disorders like antisocial behavior, mania, and aggressive tendencies, plus greater incidence of aches and pains, problems sleeping, anxiety, depression, lower grades, and lower reading retention rates. Kids are technology users, that's for sure. They grow up now typing with their thumbs. Here's the problem, though, in terms of adolescent and young adult users whose brains aren't even fully formed. According to psychologist Elizabeth Englander, they, meaning kids, lack the maturity to understand consequences. A December 2010 New York Times article on cyberbullying makes clear the potential for harm when kids take schoolyard name-calling, teasing, and torment online. Times journalist Jan Hoffman says the legal definition of cyberbullying is, quote, repeated harassment online. She writes, quote, cyberbullies resist easy categorization. The anonymity of the internet gives cover not only to schoolyard bully types, but to victims themselves who feel they can retaliate without getting caught. And online bullying can be more psychologically savage than schoolyard bullying. The internet erases inhibitions, with adolescents often going further with slights online than they would in person. Here's a screenshot of a real Facebook page, obviously created by somebody who doesn't like Katie. It's easy enough to spot these fake pages. They use real photos of kids but present the person as stupid, sexually promiscuous, deviant, or so on. Fake Facebook pages are easily put up. We're doing it for this project, in fact, since our characters are fictional. But they can haunt a real-life victim with embarrassing false charges or worse, true but private revelations, just put out there for everybody to see. Larry Majid, director of SafeKids.com and co-author of the online A Parent's Guide to Facebook, believes that, quote, the solution is critical thinking and digital citizenship. Texting, social networking, and the internet aren't all bad. There are benefits. Rosen's research shows positive effects, too. The development, for example, of what he calls virtual empathy. Acts of kindness and connection online can carry over into real-life compassion. And teens use Facebook, for example, to better understand the lives and experiences of others, to stay in touch with real friends and family members, to celebrate, and even to grieve. The APA's website lists some other benefits shown by Rosen's study. Quote, social networking can help introverted adolescents learn how to socialize behind the safety of various screens ranging from a 2-inch smartphone to a 17-inch laptop. And, most importantly for us at Modern Muse, social networking can provide tools for teaching in compelling ways that engage young students. And this is from the John D. and Catherine T. MacArthur Foundation website. Results from the most extensive U.S. study on teens and their use of digital media show that America's youth are developing important social and technical skills online, often in ways adults do not understand or value. Mitsuko Ito is a University of California Irvine researcher, and he's the MacArthur Report's lead author. He says it might surprise parents to learn that it is not a waste of time for their teens to hang out online. Ito's perspective underpins the unique internet live theater question and dialogue-based approach of FACE. Ito's team's conclusion, quote, we found that spending time online is essential for young people to pick up the social and technical skills they need to be competent citizens in the digital age. Modern Muse is now offering a playful, innovative way to reach teens where they already live, play, and connect. FACE gives teachers, students, and other audiences ways to play online that encourage critical thinking, creative and healthy social engagement on and offline, and the development of positive relationships. And we're a theater company, so we also look forward to providing entertainment, real-world live performances that arise from the online drama, created to delight, surprise, and move our audiences to laughter, tears, and reflection. That's what theater does best. Research shows that participation in the performing arts is transformative, and even exposure as an audience member can have significant impact on the imagination, stimulating thought and providing experience that, because it's lively and interesting, can change attitudes, behaviors, and outcomes. FACE explores how we become who we are and the social processes that, particularly when amplified and publicized by the casual use of communication technologies, can turn conflict, exclusion, and humiliation into life-changing and even life-threatening experience. The play, just like life, is complicated. It's not a morality piece, but as 10th grade teachers have asked us to do, we seek to give validity to the kinds of challenges, dilemmas, and risks that teens actually face, using the language they use and positing the human, sometimes messy situations with which they are familiar. Angel. Who's Angel? He's the fictitious, older, and wiser narrator. Angel's character functions as a point of entry for admission to FACE. He administrates 2 Facebook pages besides his own. On the InFace community page, Angel publishes a backstory. That's a literary version of events. He keeps live updated links to the characters' pages, blogs, tweets, uploads, and other exchanges, provides dialogue prompts for you and your students on the InFace community page, and also, here, most importantly, students can post comments, questions, and insights. He observes, occasionally comments, and unintrusively seeks to facilitate effective, positive, healthy communication. How do I do it? Well, to follow the scope of the unfolding drama, you must first like the InFace community page and friend Angel Albin on Facebook. From these pages, you can send friend requests to the other characters. When your friend request is accepted, you will be given access to the world of FACE. The full text of today's presentation can be accessed and reviewed, including references on Modern Muse's website, where you can also read teachers' questions and our responses, and information about internship possibilities for both high school and college students. For more detailed information and to have a conversation with us about bringing FACE to your school, classroom, church, or community youth or parent group, please contact us.